This is a SnapEd New York video presentation.
Hi everyone, my name is Lane, your SnapEd nutritionist. My role is to show participants how to shop healthy while on a budget, make shopping for fruits and vegetables easy, and how to make healthy meals. Today's workshop will give you tips for making meals and snacks that are healthy and allow you to stay within your budget. After today, you will be able to first identify skills to plan meals and snacks ahead of time, and next identify the 3 steps for healthy eating on a budget, which are planning, purchasing, and preparing. In the next hour, we will be sharing our favorite foods, creating our own menus, and getting active. First things first, I want everyone to have the resources they need in order to get the most out of this lesson. Look for the pause and play button on your screen. It should look like what I have pictured here. Practice using it a few times right now so you can get the hang of it. Good. The other materials you will need are a piece of paper and something to write with. Everything we eat and drink over time matters. The right mix can help you be healthier now and in the future. Start with small changes to make healthier choices you can enjoy. Before we start, I want to quickly go over some tips to keep in mind throughout the video today and while making food choices in the future. According to the dietary guidelines, to maintain a healthy lifestyle, we want to focus on whole fruits, vary our vegetables, vary our protein routine, make half of our grains whole grains, move to low-fat or fat-free milk or yogurt, and lastly, we want to reduce the amount of sodium, added sugars, and saturated fats we intake. I want you to turn to someone close by and exchange thoughts on brand name food versus store brand food. What is your preference and why? Pause the video to complete this task. Did you or your partner say they thought that store brand food products use poorer quality ingredients or prefer the taste of brand name food? Did you or your partner say that store brand food was cheaper and they prefer to save money? Quality and personal preference may vary by brand, but there are many store brand items that are just as delicious. Buying store brands can save you money without sacrificing the taste. There are 3 basic steps you can take to save money on your grocery bill. They are plan, purchase, and prepare. The first step to eating healthy on a budget is to plan ahead before you shop. Here are some tips to help you do this. First, plan meals and snacks for the week that you enjoy. Use your resources and look up quick and easy recipes online for ideas. Once you have your meals planned, the next step is to make your grocery list. Include meals that will stretch expensive food items, such as fresh produce. Meals like stews, casseroles, and stir-fries that incorporate expensive food items can be made, then froze, and revisited weeks or even months later for a delicious meal without all of the preparation. Next, check for sales and coupons online, in-store, or in your newspaper to further your discounts on your grocery bill. And if there is a store that you visit frequently, ask about a loyalty card so you can receive discounts as well. Which of these are you willing to try? Pick 3 and write them down. Pause the video to complete this task. After you have planned for your meals, it's time to shop to get the most out of your budget. Stick to your grocery list. Stay out of aisles that have food items that you did not put on your list. Bring the coupons you gathered to receive further discounts. Remember to purchase refrigerated and freezer food items last and store them promptly when you get home. Proper refrigeration will help food last longer. Find and compare unit pricing to get the lower cost product. An extra 10 seconds can save you a lot of extra money. Let's talk a little bit about unit pricing. Unit pricing is the cost per ounce or any other unit of measure, such as pound, pint, etc. The unit pricing is often listed on the shelf below the item, usually next to the retail price. The unit price only compares price, not quality. So, if two products are otherwise the same, the unit price will tell which one is cheaper. Buy store brands. Remember, buying store brands can save you money without sacrificing the taste. Choose fresh produce in season. They are more nutritious and usually lower cost. But keep in mind that canned and frozen produce are harvested at peak freshness, and they can help you save money because they do tend to last longer and are often cheaper. Other foods that are low cost and available year-round include protein foods such as legumes, vegetables such as carrots, greens, potatoes, onions, canned or frozen corn, peas, green beans, and other vegetables, fruits such as apples, bananas, and canned fruits without added sugars like mandarin oranges, peaches, and other fruits, grains such as brown rice and oats, and dairy, fat-free or low-fat 1% milk. Choose whole fruits and vegetables and cut them at home. Individually packaged goods tend to cost more because they are convenient. And that brings me to my last tip. Buy in bulk. Again, convenience tends to cost more. So buy in bulk and sort the products out yourself when you get home. Which of these are you willing to try? Pick 3 and write them down. Pause the video to complete this task. We have planned and successfully grocery shopped. Now it's time to make some cost-cutting meals. Some meal items can be prepared in advance in free time. For example, washing and cutting vegetables. Double or triple your recipes, freeze them, and revisit them later for a fully prepared meal that just needs to be reheated. Try meals with legumes such as beans and peas. Remember, we want to vary our protein routine by substituting meats for other sources of protein, such as legumes. Legumes are full of protein and nutrition and are lower cost compared to other proteins like meats. Try no-cook meals, like salads, and use up fresh vegetables without turning on the stove. These are my favorite on a hot summer day. And lastly, don't forget to create meals out of leftovers to ensure that you use all of your groceries. Which of these are you willing to try? Pick 3 and write them down. Pause the video to complete this task. That was a lot of talking on my part. Let's take a stretch break. I call this the bean stretch. Today we're celebrating beans because of their low cost and their high nutrient levels. Our first stretch is for kidney beans. We are doing arm circles. So put your arms out to your side and make small circular motions going forward about 10 times. Now we're going to reverse, go backwards. 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Next, for black beans, we are doing bicep extensions. So we're going to take one arm, reach across our body, use our other arm to pull and really stretch. Alright, now switch. Opposite hand. And last, for garbanzo beans, also known as chickpeas, we are going to do elbow clicks. So hold both of your arms out in front of you, click your elbows, and go all the way back. We'll do this about 10 times. Seven, 9, and 10. Great job, everyone! I mentioned earlier to include legumes in your grocery list. Let's talk quickly about their benefits. Kidney beans, pinto beans, black beans, lima beans, black-eyed peas, garbanzo beans, also known as chickpeas, split peas, and lentils are excellent sources of plant protein and also provide other nutrients such as iron and zinc. They are similar to meats, poultry, and fish in their contribution of these nutrients. Therefore, they are considered part of the protein foods group. However, they are also considered part of the vegetable group because they are excellent sources of dietary fiber and nutrients such as folate and potassium. Dry legumes will be less expensive than canned versions, but remember, if you do buy the canned versions, rinse the canned legumes to reduce unwanted sodium used for preservation. Since we are on the topic of moving our bodies, let's talk about how we should be moving our bodies. Adults need 2 hours and 30 minutes of physical activity a week, and children need 60 minutes of activity per day. These include moderate intensity activities, and they require a moderate amount of effort and noticeably accelerating the heart rate. Vigorous intensity activities require a larger amount of effort and cause rapid breathing and a substantial increase in your heart rate. You should also include muscle strengthening activities 2 days a week. Any activity that is pushing or pulling falls into this category. Children should do these activities 3 days a week. These activities not only strengthen muscles, but they also strengthen your bones. Pause the video and write down a few activities that would go under moderate and vigorous activities. Did you have some of these activities on your list? If not, pause the video and write down a few to reference next time you are thinking of a way to get active. Now, let's move on to our grocery planning. If you remember what we talked about earlier, one way to plan, purchase, and prepare healthy meals successfully is to create a grocery list and stick to it. Making a grocery list starts by planning meals. Here, I have a menu of what I plan on eating for my next few meals. I looked at what I already had at home, which was mayonnaise and peanut butter, and then made a grocery list to purchase the rest of the food items I needed. Some of the items, such as cucumbers, tortilla chips, and whole grain bread, are used in both meals. Bonus! I know I'll be able to use these items to make other meals and snacks as well. Now it's time for you to construct your own menu and grocery list. You can use the sample menu and the menu I created as a guide, but personalize them by substituting foods you enjoy. If you are substituting, make sure you are using the same food groups. For example, a fruit for a fruit, or a vegetable for a vegetable, and so on. Think about these tips. Cook large portions and use leftovers for a second meal. Try a few meals a week that feature legumes. Drink water instead of high-calorie and costly beverages. Decrease the amount of packaged food you buy, such as cookies, sodas, and chips. And last, use local grocery store sales flyers to save more money on certain food items. Your task is to create 2 or 3 meals. They can be breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snacks, and write out each food item that you will need for your grocery list. Feel free to go back to the previous screen to see my sample menu. And also, feel free to rewind the video to hear your task directions as many times as you need. Pause the video to complete this task. Once you have done this several times, it gets easier because you will have other lists to choose from. Now that we've reached the end of our lesson, here's some things for you to try at home. Try to plan meals for the week by creating a menu and a grocery list, but remember to stick to it. Do your best to purchase low-cost items. Remember to use unit price comparison, coupons, and purchase store brand items along with in-season produce. And lastly, when it comes to preparing your meals, prep food items ahead in your free time. Double or triple recipes and then freeze. Create your leftovers into delicious meals. And don't forget those legumes. Thanks for joining me today. See you next time.
Thank you for joining us today. We know the healthy choice isn't always the easiest choice, but small changes can make a big difference. Start today by getting involved with SNAP-Ed New York. This program is free for those who qualify or receive SNAP benefits. We want to help you save time, save money, and eat healthy. Learn how SNAP-Ed can make a difference in your life. For more information and to find your local program, visit snapedny.org. This material is funded by USDA's Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. SNAP. This institution is an equal opportunity provider.